we have to solve this inequality.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Absolute 3x minus 1 is less or equal to 2x plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
This inequality. So, whenever we have inequality with absolute value like this, x less or equal to a, we can split it into two inequalities because absolute value has two values, right?
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
x is equal, x mod is equal to 5, it means x is either negative 5 or x is plus 5, right?
Yeah.
The meaning of this is this. So
Okay.
here, if we have inequality like this, we can split it into two inequalities
Mm-hmm.
like this. These are two inequalities. One is negative a less or equal to x, and the other is x less or equal to a.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we have given this inequality 3x minus 1 is absolutely less than 2x plus 5. So I will split it into two inequalities. I can write this inequality like this. 3x minus 1 is less or equal to 2x minus 2x plus 5 and greater or equal to negative 2x plus 5. These are actually two
Uh-huh.
inequalities given together.
Uh-huh.
Okay, did you get that?
Yeah, I see.
So these are two inequalities. We will solve each of them separately. 3x minus 5 less or equal to 2x plus 5. And the other is negative 2x minus 5 less or equal to 3x minus 5. So let's solve each of them. If we solve the right hand side inequality, we will get x less or equal to 10. This is the
Mm-hmm.
first solution. 5, 5x, x less or equal to 10. If you solve the second inequality, then you get 5 is cancelled on both sides. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get 0 less or equal to 5x means x greater or equal to 0.
Uh-huh.
This, this
Okay,
is
so
the
it's between
second
zero.
inequality.
Mm-hmm.
No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. I think
Mm-hmm.
this was for plus 5, right? This was plus 5. No, there is a mistake. Sorry, sorry. This is, we have plus 5 on the right hand side. 3x plus 5. So it again. 3x plus 5. We cannot cancel 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be like minus 10 less or equal to 5x. And if we solve it, 5x less or greater or equal to negative 10. So x greater or equal to negative 2.
Uh-huh.
So this is the solution. X should be greater than or equal to negative 2 and less than 10. So we can
Mm-hmm.
combine these two solutions, combine them together to get that x is greater than or equal to negative 2 and less than or equal to 10. So,
Mm-hmm.
or I can write this, this is an interval. We can write it like x belongs to negative 2 to 10. This is the
Mm-hmm.
required solution of the first part.
Okay.
Everything, is it clear?
Yeah, that's all good. I didn't know that about
Yes.
the inequalities and making two of them.
Okay, the second
Okay.
question is, there are all questions are different. Second question belongs to the chapter of a sequence and series.
Mm-hmm.
So he says that Sarah runs a weekly maths competition. A number of prizes given out in consecutive competitions forms an arithmetic sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So it means the prizes, the number of prizes she gave each week form actually an arithmetic sequence. You know about arithmetic sequence,
Yes. It's the one where it's like
general
an
form.
plus.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So the general form or nth term of an arithmetic sequence is actually a plus n minus 1d.
Oh,
The
yeah,
difference
yeah.
the difference between consecutive terms of the arithmetic sequence is same. This is called the nth term or general term. Nth term, yeah, or you can call it general term of arithmetic sequence. If you put n equal to 1, you will get the first term, that is a. If you put n equal to 2, you will get the second term. So n is the number of terms, and
Hmm.
a is the first term, and d is known as the common difference between the
Yeah.
terms. Yeah.
Hmm.
So in this particular problem, he says that after 20 competitions, the total of 1390 prizes had been given out. After
Hmm.
30 competition, total of 3135 prizes had been given out. It means this is sum of prices. Sum of prices.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should know the sum formula, sum up to n terms of an arithmetic sequence, arithmetic series is actually this formula n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the sum up
Mm.
to n terms. If you want to find
Yeah.
sum up to 10 terms, so you will put n equal to 10 in this formula.
Hmm.
So what is given to us here? Here we are given that sum up to 20 terms is 1390.
Hmm.
So up to 20 weeks, she has given 1390 number of prizes. So
Hmm.
sum up to 20 is 1390. And the second thing given is sum up to 30 terms is 3135.
Hmm.
These two things are given, and what is required is how many prizes were given out at the 10th competition. It means 10th term is required. A10 is required. A10 is the 10th term.
Hmm.
Is everything clear?
Yeah.
So now we will use what is given to find what is required. So
Hmm.
S20, how can we determine S20 from this formula? We will just put n equal to 20 in this formula.
Hmm.
So put n equal to 20, what you will get 20 divided by 2 on the right hand side. Keep a and d same because we don't know what is the first term and what is the common difference.
Yeah.
We just know n. So put n equal to 20. Now I will need your help to calculate this. 20
Hmm.
divided by 2 will give us 10. 10
Yeah.
multiplied inside, we will get 20a
Hmm.
plus 9 times 10 will give us 90d equal to 1390. This is the first
It'd be
equation we
190,
get.
right? It'd be
Sorry?
190D. You get it'd be 190D because you get 20 minus one.
Ah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, so we get this first equation. On the right hand side, we will get the second equation. When we put n equal to 30, S30 will be from this formula again, 30 divided by 2, 2a plus 30 minus 1d.
Hmm.
Because we don't know how many prizes she distributed. She had distributed in the first week. So A is unknown. And what is the difference? We don't know. We have to find these things first. 30 divided by 2 will give us 15 and multiply 15 inside. So 2 times 15 is 30 times A plus 30
400
minus 1,
is
29
430
multiply 400,
and 35. 15 times
400.
29. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So this is second equation. Now we will
Hmm.
try to find out A and D, first term and common difference is required. So we have two equations and two unknowns. We will solve them simultaneously to find A and D. If you once you find A and D, what you will do, you will put everything into the formula for general term here and n equal to 10 to get the number of prizes she has distributed in the 10th week after 10th week, right? So this has become the problem of solving two equations, linear equations simultaneously. How you will solve these two linear equations simultaneously?
Substitution.
Yeah, exactly. So from say first equation, let's find out A. What is A? A is 1390 minus 190D divided by 20. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So from the first equation, we will extract out A and put it in the second equation. 30
Mm-hmm.
times, there is no other method. This is the only method to find
Mm-hmm.
the solutions simultaneously. So 0 can be cancelled out. So multiply 2 both sides. 3 times 1390 is how much? Just use your calculator.
4170.
4170. And 3
Mm-hmm.
times 190,
570.
570D, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 times 435
Oh yeah.
times 870.
Yeah.
And 2 times 3135 is 6270, I think.
Yeah.
So we have multiplied by 2 both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have this equation. Now 870 minus 570 is simply 300,
Mm-hmm.
300D. And throw this 4170 on the right hand side. So 6270 minus 4170 is how much?
2100.
2100. And
Yep.
divide it by 300.
7.
7. So D is
Yeah.
7. So
Mm-hmm.
once we obtain D equal to 7, we will put it here to find A. 1390 minus 190 times 7. How much is this? Calculate this value. A.
1390 over 30. 2. A is 2.
So A is 2, D is 7. Once we know
Mm-hmm.
A is 2 and D is 7, we will use this formula, general term formula, to find out the 10th term. Now we need to know how many prizes he has distributed on 10th week, in 10th week.
Uh-huh.
So put n equal to 10 because we want to know the prizes she distributed in 10th week. So A10 is required actually. A is 2 and N is 10 and D is 7. So
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 6, 9, 7 nines are 63, so 65. So this is the required number of prizes she has distributed in the 10th week.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Uh,
this.
you know, circles are rough. Ugh.
So in this questions, this is particularly a geometry problem of geometry and algebra both.
Mm-hmm.
So a square has vertices 4, 0, 4, 4, 0, 0, minus 4, minus 4, 0, 2 on x-axis and 2 on y-axis. And a circle of radius 5 units has its center at 2, negative 2, 3, which I have drawn. This
Mm-hmm.
drawing is made by me. This circle was not there. So in
Oh,
order
okay.
to picture it clearly, now he asks to find the points of intersection of the circle and the square. So you see, circle and square are intersecting at these 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find these 2 points. It is a little bit lengthy question. Let's solve it. Let's try to solve it. So first of all, you need to find the simplest answer of this question, or the simplest solution is you find the equation of the circle,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Write the equation of the circle, write the equation of the sides of the squares, and
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously solve them. The simultaneous solution will give you the points of intersection. Let's see how. What is the equation of the circle centered at negative 2, 3 and having radius equal to 5? It is given that radius of the circle is 5 units here. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the equation of circle here? Circle is the general form of the equation of the circle is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equal to r squared, where a comma b is the center of the circle and r is the
Uh,
radius.
mhm,
So a and b are given to us. Center is negative 2 comma 3. So we will
mhm,
put a equal to minus 2. So it will be plus 2
mhm,
and b is 3. So it will be minus 3 like this. And radius is 5. Sorry, equal to 5 squared. So
mhm,
equation of the circle is x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared 6y plus 9 equal to 25. So we will
uh-huh,
simplify this plus 4x x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y 9 plus 4 is 13.
mhm.
25 minus 13 is 12. I hope it is correct.
Yeah, looks right.
Let's find, yeah, let's find out equation of this upper side, equation of this upper line, this line. Let me show you this line.
Mhm,
Crossing 4 and 4 on the x-axis and y-axis. How can
mhm.
you write down the equation of this line?
That looks like y equals 4 minus x.
Looks like x plus y equals to 4. X
I
plus y
suppose.
equals,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. If you want to find equation of this red line, you need 2 points. One is 4 comma 0 because it passes through these 2 points and 0
Mhm,
comma 4. Line passing through these 2 points can be easily find out using 2 point formula of the equation of the straight line. That is y minus y1 equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, sorry, this is slope. This is slope of the line
mhm,
times x minus x1. If you have 2 points, you can write down the equation by putting these 2 points here. What is x1 and x1 and y1? This is x1, 4, and this is y1.
mhm,
Similarly, 0 is x2 and 4 is y2. We will put everything here. Y minus y1 is 0.
mhm.
Y2 minus y1 means 4 minus 0. X2 minus x1 means 0 minus 4. X minus x1 means x minus 4. Clear?
Mhm,
So y equals to minus 1 times x minus 4. So
uh-huh,
y equals to minus x plus 4. And the
yeah.
equation is x plus y equals to 4, which I already told you that this is
Mhm,
the equation of the line. Now, what we are going to do in order to find the points of intersection, we will solve these two equations simultaneously. Solve them simultaneously. Let's solve it here.
mhm,
Solve 1 and 2 simultaneously. Because we know we want to find the common points. The
uh-huh.
common points can be determined by simultaneously solving the two equations of the two graphs. Clear?
Yeah.
So one equation is linear and the other is quadratic. From equation 2, which is linear, we will find extract out one variable. Let's extract out y. Y will be 4 minus x. And we are going to put in equation number 1. And equation
Mhm,
1 is y square plus x square. So it will be 4 minus x square. I am putting y equal to 4 minus x plus
uh-huh.
x squared plus 4x
Uh,
minus 6. Y is 4 minus x
Mhm.
and equal to 12. Clear?
Yeah.
Now we are left with only one variable in this equation, which can be easily determined.
Mhm.
So 4 square is 16 minus 2ab means 8x plus x squared plus x squared plus 4x minus 4 6 are 24 minus into minus plus x 6x sorry equals to 12.
Mhm.
So we will solve this last equation. Let's simply where x square is 2 times and 8x minus 4x plus 6x. So it will be 10 minus 8 plus 2x. And how much is 16 minus 24?
8 minus 8.
8 minus 8 minus
Mhm.
8 and this is minus 12. Minus 8
Mhm.
minus 12 will be minus 20. So this is the standard form of the equation, quadratic equation. Let's
Uh-huh.
let's divide by 2. Let's divide by 2 both sides to make it more simple. X square plus x minus 10 equal to 0. And this
Mhm.
equation, can it be solved by factorization? No, we cannot factorize this. We have to use
Yeah.
the quadratic formula. So x
Mhm.
equals to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac. So what is it? Okay. Clear?
Mhm. And that's the answer.
Yeah, there are two values now. One value
Yeah.
is one value is x plus square root of 41. Okay, divided by 2, and the
Mhm.
other value is x equal to minus 1 minus square root of 41 divided by 2.
Mhm.
So let's find out in decimal form, calculate this. I
The
hope
first
I
one
have
is
not, yeah,
2.7,
2.7, and the other one is
and the other one is minus 3.7.
minus 3.7. And what about
Mhm.
y? Y is 4 minus x. Y is 4 minus x.
Mhm.
Calculate this as well for this value. 4 minus 2.7 is 1.3,
3. Yeah.
right? And for
Mhm.
this value, 4 minus x, it is 7.7,
Yeah.
right? So we have got
Mhm.
2 points. We have got 2 points from here. One is 2.7 comma 1.3, and the other point is negative negative say 3.7 comma 7.7. So which point you think is the required point?
Um, what did it say on the graph?
Yeah, graph is like this. So x is between minus 4 and 4 and y is between minus 4 and 4. Because in this square, x is between minus 4 and 4. These are the boundaries of this square. And y is between minus 4 and 4. So the in the points of intersection or common points, these boundaries, the values of x and y cannot cross these boundaries. So which
Mhm.
value is suitable? Here,
Uh,
this crosses the boundary.
yeah, the first one.
This value crosses the boundary. So this is the required point of intersection.
Mhm.
So we have got one point of intersection by simultaneously solving the circle equation and the equation of the red line here. Now we will repeat the procedure in this. Again,
Yeah.
we will solve the circle with this line now. And equation of this line, you don't need to find out the equation of this line because it is clear that the equation of the line is x plus y equal to negative 4. Now,
Mm-hmm.
just solve this equation with the circle, you will get another point, and that will be this. Now we have got this point. This point is obtained,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
That is 2.7, 1.3. So this is one of the required points, 2.7, comma 1, 2.7, comma 1.3. And here you will find out another point by solving now this equation with the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just telling you how to find the equation of the straight line when 2 points are given. But in this
Yeah.
particular problem, these equations are understood. One equation is x plus y is 4, and the other equation is x plus y is negative 4.
Uh-huh.
So you don't need to find it. You know already
Yeah.
these equations.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
It is. And now do we have to do the whole same process for?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh no.
exactly. You will repeat the
Yeah.
procedure again for the second line.
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite easy. Yeah. That's doable.
So let's
Oh.
see this problem now. So here the design is bounded by, it is a design of something. I think I couldn't see. I couldn't copy actually. That
Uh-huh.
was a design of a bridge, I think. I don't know. So you will see. So the design is bounded by the curve C, the line L, and the x-axis, and as the width of W. The curve
Mm-hmm.
has C has equation. C curve has equation 3x squared minus 2x means this curve is 3x squared minus 2xy plus 2y squared equal to 18. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where x and y are, this is the domain. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
the line L is, it is given that the line L is tangent to the curve C at point 2.
Mm-hmm.
So this information is given that line L is tangent to the curve at x equal to 2. First, first question is in part A, find the coordinates of the point where the line L meets the curve C. Means this
Mm-hmm.
point we have to find.
Yeah.
How can we find this point? This is very simple because it is actually the value of the height of the curve actually we have to find at x equal to 2. So what
Mm-hmm.
you will do if you want to find this point,
Put into the equation.
yeah, put x equal to 2 into the given equation. So you will put x equal to 2 in C, the curve, the equation of the curve. Let's put it. So 3 times 2 squared minus 2 times 2y plus
Mm-hmm.
2 times y squared equal to 18. Let's solve it. 3 4 the 12, 2 to the 4y plus 2y squared equal to 18. So it is again a quadratic equation. 2y squared minus 4y. So bring 18 to the left hand side. 12 minus 18 is minus 6.
Yeah.
You need y from here. Let's make it more simple. Divide by 2 both sides. Y squared minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. So it can be factorized. You can simply use the middle term break.
Yeah. X apparently 3 or minus 1.
Y value.
Sorry, yeah.
So from the first two terms, y is common. We're left with y minus 3. 1 is common, y minus 3. So the value of y is, one value is 3 and other value is minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So which value should you think is correct value? Because there are
Um,
two values. Because it is above
oh,
x-axis.
y 0, so
It is
Yeah.
above x-axis, so y value should be positive. So the
Hmm.
required y value is y equal to 3. This is required.
Is that the whole answer?
This is the answer of the first part.
For 5 marks.
No, yeah, for 5 marks. For 5 marks. Of course.
It's too easy.
Yeah. So what about the second? Second part is a little bit lengthy. Find the width of the design W. Means
Hmm.
you have to find you have to find the W. W is a width there. So
Uh
it is
huh.
the total distance from this point to this point. Okay.
Uh huh.
So let's find out the width of the design. In order to find out the width of the design, first of all, what we have to do, we have to find it in two parts. Firstly, we will find, let's, this is point A, and this 2 comma 0 is point B, and this
Hmm.
point is point C. We have to find the total distance from A to C, right?
Hmm.
Firstly, we will find from A to B, and then from B to C, and we will add them to find AC. Clear?
Yeah.
So B
How
is
are we gonna
given
find?
to us. We can find B is given to us. B is 2 comma 0.
Hmm.
So if we find A and C, we can find out the total design, total width of the design.
Uh huh.
So how can we find A actually?
You make y equal to 0 in the equation and find out what x is.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, let's find A, put y equal to 0 in curve C. So the curve is written here 3x square minus 2xy, whatever. Put y equal to 0. If we put y equal to 0, then we get only this equation. This, yeah.
Yeah.
So x is how much?
Root 6 plus or minus root 6, I guess.
So which one is suitable value for x?
Minus.
Here, for negative value. So x is
Hmm.
negative square root 6 is suitable because in the graph it is clear that x is negative at point A.
Yeah.
So A point is negative root 6 comma 0.
Hmm.
Right? Now we need C point. How to find C point?
Do we need to differentiate and plug 2 as the x value in?
Yeah, then we will get the slope of the
The grade.
tangent line.
Yeah.
Yeah, gradient of the line L. So
Hmm.
after finding gradient, we will be able to write down the equation of L, right? And
Hmm.
then we will find the uh, what we call it, the point where the line crosses x-axis.
Yeah. The intersection. Yeah.
Yeah, intercept, the x-intercept, right? So we will try to
Yeah.
find out the equation of line L because it is given that L is tangent to the curve. So we will differentiate the curve and
Mm.
find out the gradient of this line. So the curve is 3x square minus 2xy. Let's write it here. Now next step is find the line L. So C is 3x square minus 2xy, 3x square minus 2xy plus 2y square equal to 18. Differentiate with respect to x, this equation.
Implicit differentiation, is that what this
Sorry,
is? Is
sorry.
this implicit differentiation specifically?
Yeah, implicit
Or,
difference.
yeah, I forgot how to do that.
Minus 2, and we will differentiate. There is a product. So we will apply the product rule. First term same, derivative of the second term plus second same derivative of x is 1
Mm.
plus derivative of 2y square equals precisely 4y times 4y times. We have to use the chain rule here because we are not differentiating with respect to x or y. We are differentiating with respect to x.
Hmm.
So like this.
Yep.
So we need dy by dx from here. 6x minus 2x dy by dx minus 2 times y plus 4y dy by dx equal to 0.
Mhm.
So dy by dx is in these two terms. So we will take common dy by dx from these two terms. In this term, minus 2x will retain, and in this term, 4y will retain. And throw
Mhm.
the other two terms on the right hand side. 2y will be positive and 6x will be negative.
Mhm.
So dy by dx is simply 2y minus 6x divided by 4y minus 2x. We can simplify this because 2 can be cancelled out, y minus 3x. If we divide numerator and denominator both by 2, we will get this. And
Mhm.
we have already obtained this point. Oh, sorry, not this. Chala no. Very low. What were the coordinates of this point?
Um,
This point.
what we got earlier? It was like 2 point. Oh, it was
2
three. It was
comma.
three.
No, no, just 3. No, not just 3. 2 comma 3.
Mhm.
Right? This point is 2 comma 3. This is the point of tangency.
Yep.
Point of tangency. So we will put, because we need the slope, so we will put this point 2 comma 3. So dy by
Mhm.
dx at this point 2 comma 3 will be, we'll put x equal to 2 and y equal to 3.
Yeah. Three
Y
minus.
equal to 3, x equal to 2, y equal to 3, x equal to 2. So this will be 3 minus,
Like.
like, so it is negative 3 over 4,
Mhm.
right? I think.
Yeah.
Okay, after finding the slope, now we can write equation for L.
Mhm.
What is equation for this line?
3 equals -3/4 2.
So we will use point slope form to write the equation of this line. And point is 2, 3. So y1
Mhm.
is 3. Slope is negative 3 over 4. And x is 2. So this is the equation of this line. We want to know
Yep.
the x intercept of this line. So we will put y equal to 0 in this. Put y equal to 0.
Mhm.
So negative 3 equal to negative 3 over 4 x minus 2 minus 12 minus 3 times x minus 2. So minus will be cancelled. Divide by 3 will give us 4 x minus 2. X is
Mhm.
6.
Yep.
So the C point is 6 comma 0.
Mhm.
So if C is 6 point comma 0 and A was
Minus root.
negative minus root 6 comma 0. So you can
Mhm.
see how much is the distance.
Yep.
It is how much it is. It is 6 plus root 6.
Yep.
So the width is 6 plus root 6. 6
Mhm.
on the right hand side, 6 units on the right hand side, and root 6 units on the left side.
Yep.
Total 6 plus root 6. This is the solution.
Mhm.
Clear?
Got it.
Okay. Next question is proof by contradiction. Show that right angle triangle in a right angle triangle length of hypotenuse is less than the sum of the length of the other two sides.
Mhm.
Suppose that this is a right angle triangle. Consider that this is a right angle triangle and we have, and this is the 90-degree angle. This side is C and these two sides are A and B.
Mhm.
We can prove it by contradiction. So the contradiction proves, in contradiction proofs, you suppose the opposite of what we have to prove, actually. We want to prove that. So consider a triangle, consider the above triangle. You will write like this.
Mhm.
And we have to prove what we have to prove here. We have to prove that C is greater than the sum of the other two sides. Oh, sorry, less than. Clear?
Mhm.
C is less than the sum of the other two sides. This we want to prove that the hypotenuse is less than the sum of the other two sides. Clear? Now,
Uh-huh.
in contradiction proofs, you suppose the opposite of this. What is the opposite
Uh-huh.
of this?
The C is bigger.
Yeah, bigger or equal.
Bigger or equal, I guess.
Yeah,
Both.
contradictory. Suppose that in contradiction to that, we suppose that C is bigger or equal to A plus B. So these are two
Mhm.
equations. Two equations. C is the first case is C is A plus B. We will give
Mhm.
a contradiction to this and we will give the contradiction to the other statement as well. So
Okay.
C equals to B. What is the argument for which contradicts this uh, supposition? C cannot be equal to A plus B because C cannot be A plus B because why? Because if so, this contradicts the, because we know that from, if we are moving from this point capital A to capital B, what is the shortest distance? Shortest distance is straight distance from A to B,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But if we are going through point D, then it will be a longest distance. So A
Uh-huh.
cannot be equal to C cannot be equal to A plus B because in that case there will be no any triangle,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
If C is equal to A plus B, then there will be no triangle. It will be a straight line like this.
Yeah.
Because if so, there will be no triangle. There will be no any triangle. Okay, it will be a straight line. Must be
Mhm.
a straight line. So you have to give these arguments. So what about the second supposition? C is greater than A plus B. Why C cannot be greater than A plus B?
Um, I don't know how you would prove it. I don't know. I never know where to start on these questions.
In these questions, you have to start with the, first of all, you have to see what you have to prove,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Then you have to start by supposing the opposite of that. So you
Mhm.
suppose the opposite of that and you prove that this is wrong. This supposition is wrong.
Uh-huh.
So we have proved that this supposition is wrong. So now we will
Mhm.
prove that this supposition is wrong. Hence,
Yeah.
it will be proved that the opposite to that is true,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
why C cannot be greater than A plus B?
Um, because then again, it wouldn't be a triangle, I guess, right? Because
Hmm.
the ends wouldn't meet.
Yeah, because simply it is not satisfying, or it what we call the triangle inequality. The triangle inequality will not be satisfied in that case if C is greater than A plus B. You see, triangle is
Hmm.
like this. C is the longest side of the
Yeah.
triangle. So C cannot be greater than the sum of these two sides,
Hmm.
right? So it
Yeah.
okay. So why C cannot be greater than the sum of other two sides,
Hmm.
because it contradicts the triangle inequality.
Hmm.
Triangle inequality.
So is the triangle inequality like a quotable rule of some kind,
Yeah,
or
triangle
is
inequality says that the third side is less than the sum of the other two sides.
okay.
Yeah. So hence our supposition must be wrong. Our supposition that C is greater or equal to A plus B must be wrong. Hence, it is proved that C is less than A plus B.
Hmm. Okay. That makes sense.
Basically, you have to give the arguments to disprove your supposition,
Hmm.
and then the opposite is proved actually. This is the way to prove things by the method of contradiction. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, in this question, next question, function is given to us. F of theta is cos theta. And by
Yeah.
using the first principle, what is first principle? First principle is the definition of the derivative.
Hmm.
First principle is the definition of the derivative. What is that definition? The limit definition of the derivative. Limit delta x goes to 0, f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x. We have to use this definition to prove that f prime pi by 3 is negative root 3 over 2. You have to use this definition here. We have to prove that f prime pi by 3 is equal to negative square root 3 by 2. This is what we want to
Hmm.
prove. Okay. So function given is f of x is equal f of theta, sorry. Function is f of theta equal to cos theta. So we will put everything into here. F of f prime theta, let's write in terms of theta. Limit,
Hmm.
it will be delta theta goes to 0, f of theta plus delta theta minus f of theta divided by delta theta. This
Hmm.
is the first principle or definition of the derivative. Let's put f of theta into this limit definition. Limit delta theta goes to 0. F of theta plus delta theta will be equal to cos theta plus delta theta, because f is cos
Hmm.
and f of theta will be cos theta whole
Oh,
divided by delta theta.
yeah. We don't need to know that number. That's just a
So
variable.
theta is a variable here.
Hmm. I mean delta. I mean, yeah.
Delta is a change. Delta is change in theta. This is the definition of the derivative.
Uh-huh.
So now if we apply the limit, we are getting 0 in the numerator and 0 in the denominator. So this limit is 0 by 0 form. We cannot put delta theta equal to 0.
Uh-huh.
So what we will do here? What to do here?
Um, say, oh yeah, you can't. I'm not sure.
No. So
No
we
idea. I
will
mean, if it,
what?
you
How
could
to evaluate?
assume
We
it's small.
we have we have to evaluate this limit.
Hmm.
So these type of limits can be evaluated by converting sums into product. So we have to convert the sum into product.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find out the other way if there is. I don't think so. So
Well, it's like
let's
really complicated.
find. No, no, no. Let's find out the sum into product formula.
Uh-huh.
So what is cos alpha plus beta formula?
Is it cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine beta?
No, it is minus sine alpha sine.
Yeah.
In cosine formula, the signs are alternating. In alpha minus beta formula, the sign in between is plus.
Oh yeah.
So there is a difference of these two things in the numerator because there is minus sign. So we will subtract these two formulas, subtract them.
Hmm.
So this will be cancelled out. And cos alpha plus beta minus cos alpha minus beta will be equal to negative 2 sine alpha sine beta, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Now we will put alpha plus beta equal to a, alpha minus beta equal to b,
Hmm.
and as a result, alpha will become equal to alpha will
A
be
minus
like if we put alpha plus beta equal to a and alpha
then
minus
it's
beta equal to b and add them,
yeah.
then 2 alpha is equal to a plus b,
Hmm.
right? So a will be alpha will be equal to a plus b upon 2
Hmm.
and beta will be a minus b upon 2. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let's use them here. So cos a formula will be cos a minus cos b equals to minus 2 sine a plus b over 2
Uh-huh.
sine a minus b over 2. This is the formula which converts the sum into product. On the left hand side there is sum and on the right hand side there is product, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So in our case, what is a? What is a equal to?
Uh, theta, right?
Theta plus delta theta.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what is b?
Oh, B is just theta. I see.
Yeah. So we will put
Mm.
a equal to theta plus delta theta and b equal to just theta on the right hand side as well. So if a is theta plus theta, so we will get 2 theta plus delta theta divided by 2. And in sine, theta plus delta theta minus theta will be delta theta divided by 2.
Hmm.
This thing. So we have converted the sum into product and now we are going to put this in the numerator. Okay.
Hmm.
Numerator here. Where? Here. So let's put it here. Limit delta theta minus equals to 0. So this is minus 2 times sine 2 theta plus delta theta divided by 2 times sine delta theta divided by 2. We have converted the sum into product. All right. If you remember the formula, you can directly put it here. If you don't remember, you have to drive it, just like I did it.
Hmm. I've got a formula
So
book, so that I'm relying that it's in there. But you
yeah,
know, I
I
hopefully how to figure them out.
yeah. Formulas are given in the question paper as well.
Yeah,
So you
but
can use them directly. What is next is we can rewrite this thing as I am writing. Can we give this 2 in the denominator to this delta theta and it will be divided here? Is it clear?
hmm yeah, yeah,
And a negative sign and multiplied by what is left sine 2 theta plus delta theta divided by 2 divided by 2, right? So what
hmm
is, do you know this limit? Have you seen this limit before?
um, mm,
It is like this. Limit
that's
x tends to 0 sine x upon x.
I've never seen that. No.
This is simply 1.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You don't know this.
No, but I do know. I do know.
So we will put 1 here because we know that this is like sine x upon x. Sine x upon x when x goes to 0 is equal to 1 simply.
I see. Hmm.
So we will put theta delta theta equal to 0 here. So we will get 2 theta plus 0 divided by 2. So the
Hmm.
derivative is minus sine theta. So we already know that the derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta, but he was asking us to do it by using first principle.
Oh, I. Mm, hmm.
You know the derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
So this is how we prove it by first principle that the derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta. Is it clear?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Now
that's
we
so
will
complex.
now we will put theta equal to pi by 3 here. Just
Hmm.
put theta equal to pi by 3 and you will get the value minus sine pi by 3. What is the value of sine 60 degrees? Because pi by 3 is 60 degree.
Is it 3/2?
Yeah.
1/2.
So we did it by first principle.
Hmm. Okay. That's so long though. I
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah. What is the other method? We have to use the principle. He was asking to use the first principle. And we didn't do anything. We just used
Hmm.
this definition of the derivative. And the problem was to convert this sum into product actually, which I drived. I mostly drive it. I don't remember the formula. I drive the formula. But if the formula is given to
Yeah.
you, you can directly use it.
Hmm.
This formula, this I am talking about, this formula, this one.
Yeah.
Sum into product. If this is given, you can directly use it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, next question is about, I think it is about the geometric progression. So
Uh-huh.
let's do it. This is the last question. A rubber ball is dropped from a height of 6 meters. It falls vertically before hitting the ground and bouncing straight back up. After the first time it hits the ground, it ascends to a height of 5.52. So after first bounce, it ascends to 5.52 meters. The maximum height that the ball reaches after each bounce form a geometric sequence. After each
Hmm.
bounce, the height we get ball reaches at a certain height. So if we collect all those heights, it makes a geometric sequence or a geometric progression. So
Hmm.
in part A, you have to prove that show algebraically that the first time ball bounces to a maximum height of less than 1 meter is after the 20-second bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So after the first bounce, it is 5.52.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to see how much is the height after 20-second bounce.
Mm-hmm.
It should be less than 1 meter. And this should be the first time it comes out to be less than 1 meter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is given that these values form a geometric progression. First value is 6 meters, second value is 5.52 meters, and the third value is unknown, and the fourth value is unknown, and all these values are unknown. It is given that this is a geometric progression. This is a geometric
Yeah.
sequence. It is given.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in a geometric progression, there is a common ratio. Ratio of the two consecutive terms is always same, which we call common ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So how to find common ratio is divide the second term by first term. You get the
Yeah.
common ratio. And similarly divide each next term by the previous term. How much it is?
Um, 1.2 divided by 6. 0.92.
So this is common ratio. What is the first term of this?
6.
First term is denoted by A. So A is 6. So when these two
Mm-hmm.
things are given, the general term formula or the nth term of a geometric sequence is an is a times
Oh,
rn minus 1, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you want to find the 22nd term, so put n equal to 22nd simply here. A is 6 and ratio is 0.92 and this will be 22 minus 1. Compute this, please.
Um, 1.04.
0.04. So A22 is not giving us the value of the height of the ball after 22 bounces actually. This is after 21 bounces. Because if we put
Mm-hmm.
a equal to 1, we will get the value 6.
Yeah.
Because we have taken this as the second term. So this is the height after 21st bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Clear? Did you
Yeah.
get this?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
After 21st bounce
Mm-hmm.
of the ball. Then what will be the height after 22nd bounce? We will compute A23. This will give us the height after 22nd bounce. Clear?
Yeah. Which gives
Compute it.
0.958.
0.958.
0.96. Yeah,
It's
958.
okay. So this is less than 1. So first
Mm-hmm.
time the height is coming out to be less than 1 meters is
Yeah.
after the 22nd bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So you are done. I hope I answered your questions correctly. And
Yeah, no, some of those questions I was just looking at them and I already didn't even know where to start. So that was quite helpful, yeah. I'll definitely, I mean, next lesson we can go back to the original plan. I don't know what that was.
what,
But we can do that.
what are your plans now?
I mean, whatever plan you had for this session, right? You said you had a plan. I'm doing this instead, or
I was thinking to have you done all your when is your exam scheduled? June, July?
yeah, I think it's June.
You didn't told me how your test went, the last test.
Still not back at school. I don't know yet.
You don't know the results. It
Not
was
yet. I'm
from
not back.
numerical methods and there are vacations, school vacations.
Oh, wait, which one? Are you talking about integration and binomial expansion, or which test?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that one yet. But I'll know next week because I'm coming back into school.
All
Okay, so
right.
for next lesson, whatever you think is a good idea to move on
I
to.
think you should do some more chapters which you are not able to
Yeah,
completely
that's smart.
focus on.
Yeah, I'll look over the chapters and I'll tell you which one we should move on to next.
Yes. But
Okay.
it will be my suggestion to you that whatever you are doing, do it comprehensively. Comprehensively means you should know everything. Just like you just
Mhm.
told me that you don't know this limit, sin x upon x. This is very basic in the chapter of limits, and it is before derivative.
Uh-huh. I I guess I haven't done the chapter of limits yet.
And we
I
have done
assume
the chapter of integration. Chapter of limits is the basics to the limits and derivative both. Because limit, derivative and integration both are limits actually.
mhm.
Both are limits of something.
Okay. So in that case, we might move on to that then, if that's a whole chapter by itself.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
Okay, for now, thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.